Hey there, guys. What is going on? Floppy here, playing some more of the Creativerse game. And we are over here at this PvP arena, where last time I did some work. We did sort of the entryway, got it all fixed up and whatnot, did all of this. Which, as I look from up here, doesn't look that impressive, but it's functional, and that's what really counts, isn't it? Anyway, yeah, last time I asked you guys about block phasers, and it was pretty unanimous. Everyone's like, yeah, they're bugged. Don't try and use them. So we are not going to. I'm going to just take these out, and yeah. So we're just going to get rid of these. They don't work, obviously. We're just going to do a door, I think, in the middle here. I think that is where it goes. Yeah. I mean, what can you do, right? Sometimes things are broken. It's not really a big deal. Block phasers, I don't think are that important to the overall game anyway, so I'm not too concerned. I really have to make this like a one-way portal. Anyway, yeah, you guys were pretty unanimous that, you know, it just doesn't work. I thought doors had a timer thing on them. I think they used to have like an automatic timer. I feel like I remember that, but I don't know. Anyway, med gate. I think I put med gate for that last one, didn't I? Let's find out. But yeah, it would be kind of a bummer if no of the electronics worked. Is that one open over there? That seemed really quick. We used to have a timer on it. Okay, we had a timer on it. Now I'm worried that maybe somebody came over and did something with it. Put it just back here. 4 seconds. Medgate. No. Med delay. Receive. Med delay. Send medgate. Anyway. How's it going? How are you guys? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I want to decorate over here today. Electronics. Not my game of tea. What? Not my cup of tea. Game of tea. That's bizarre. Today I want to decorate up the inside of this place, get some stuff in it, you know, some keepas and whatnot. Today I want to get this all done up and ready to use. Maybe we'll even try using it Friday or Saturday. We can see if we can get some people online and have some fun. But yeah, I want to get this place spick and span ready to go. The big obstacle... Wow, that was almost a word. The big obstacle really is just the inside of this place. That's the only thing that's sort of unfinished. Originally, I had some plans to put block phasers and sort of phase in and out different sections of the ground and do stuff like that. But now that I know that that sort of doesn't really work, I'm not going to do that. That's really neat. I think that was a Zando creation from way back when we started this arena. That's really cool, though. I think some of these traps are still sort of... That's a block phaser one with ice in the bottom. That's kind of interesting. I might just leave these. I press M literally every time. I don't know where this fan is. Looks like there's a ton of fans. It looks like there's a ton of fans somewhere over here. Anyway, this is all beside the point. I want to get this place decorated up today. And, yeah. So, what are we going to do? We are going to, first of all, this side has savanna grass, which is fine, except it'll spawn creatures. So we have to have some sort of spawnable area over here as well. I also want to get some structures on this place, just because right now we don't really have projectiles in this game. We just basically have hand-to-hand fighting. So I think it would be good to have, you know, some stuff to climb and that sort of stuff, just so there is sort of more than just running at each other and hacking. I think that would be neat. So we're going to do that. We're going to build some little structures, do that sort of stuff. I've been talking for far too long. But yeah, I'll probably just go with progress updates. I'm thinking... If this side's got savanna grass, I was thinking it might be kind of cool if this side had, I thought there was a jungle behind us, the jungle sort of ground. So that way it's just sort of different. Right now they're sort of, you know, similar in terms of like look and color. We went with sand for this area, which is fine. I just feel like maybe having them sort of be different would be kind of neat. So I'm going to experiment with probably some of the jungle stuff, but I got to go get some materials, and we're going to have some fun with this. Collected up some materials, got some stuff down. You can see we kind of got these two sides. I think I'm going to add lights to the front so you can easily see which team is which. I also think it might be kind of fun, something on top that sort of symbolizes like the red team and the blue team. So we got all this space on the top here. But I don't know. Either way, I've got some stuff down. I actually really like how this looks. I ran out of Detrius really fast. That's like 150 blocks. It goes so much faster than you think it will. But I'm thinking about having that spread out a little bit more just because if we can make some sort of like halfway mark, which is about where I'm standing, I kind of like the idea of splotches just to break up the sand. But I also do want to get some structures on. One of the things I want to do is sort of experiment with some of the weird mechanics of this game in this arena. So there's some weird stuff in this game. One of the big ones that I find very bizarre are ladders. Ladders are... what's the polite way to say this? Ladders are, like, kind of awful in my experience in this game. They just sort of, like, right there, I try to go up and I go down. They're just sort of awkward. So I kind of want to just have ladders in places. Some stuff that just has sort of weird mechanics. These chains, if you put sideways, you can sort of, like, zip line on them. So I think that could be really cool. Obviously, goo blocks have some pretty interesting mechanics. You got ice stuff. There's a lot of mechanics we could play with in this sort of first iteration of the arena. I want to keep it really simple, so we're probably just going to experiment with like ladders and fences. And then, you know, maybe a few months from now, we'll come back and maybe we'll make an entire playing field that's like all based around ice and it's kind of crazy and weird. But yeah, I think that might be kind of fun. The other thing I want to put in quite a bit of is this sandcastle stuff. So you can see it's kind of in here. Originally, we were going to do this whole sandy area, but I scrapped that idea when we built this entire thing, and I was like, oh, that's a lot of sand. I think this might be kind of our neutral ground, so a lot of the center area will probably switch up to sand with some of the sandcastle wall. But I'm trying to keep the amount of ground pretty equal on both sides of this place. And the reason for that is mostly just because this will spawn stuff, so I don't want one side to have more of whatever earth we're putting in, just because then they'll get more spawns. I chose jungle and savanna because they're pretty equal in terms of mobs they drop. So on this side you'll get those boss hog things and the shrewd shrews. On this side you'll get chizards and whatever the poison hog thing is called. So I thought those were pretty equal in terms of difficulty. But yeah, the more I'm like building this and coming up with ideas, the more I realize how, you know, we can kind of go crazy. You know, if we change this in a few months and have ice everywhere, we can also add corrupted blocks and you have those mobs, you know, sort of coming into it. But yeah, I think it'll be pretty cool. So what we're going to do is, I think, try and get a little bit more of these earth areas in. I also, you can see, I brought some stuff to make like maybe little trees. I kind of want the idea of like having slight cover, you know, kind of being possible. If that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like having... So let's say you're coming out of this side. I don't want you to be able to like immediately see where people on the other side are. Just so you could sort of maybe try and sneak up the map and do some stuff. Yeah, I think that'll be kind of neat. Anyway, I'm going to just continue working on this. I have so many ideas. Now I'm just talking and talking and talking. And I'm like, hey, look at all these ideas. But I haven't actually built much yet. So I think I'm just going to close my mouth and, you know, actually build. well. I think we need something else to break this up. You can see I went with just a lot of sandcastle wall. I thought if I just sort of randomly splotched it, it would look different. It definitely looks different. Not good, per se. I think once we get other stuff here, I think every time I do this and put down blocks and I'm like, oh, that doesn't look great, you know, it's easy to forget that once other stuff's on top of it, you know, when something's just like two colors, you know, it's pretty obvious to be like, oh, that looks weird. But once there's other stuff, Hawkfang, I just asked if he wanted to come help with this, but yeah, I you know, when there's only two things, everything's gonna look, I think, a little bit weird. So, you know, it's easy to forget that progress is sometimes slow. Anyway, that's something I have to push myself to remember when I'm building. It's just, you know, not everything looks great immediately, but yeah. This is coming together. I think next up, I'm going to put down some more Detrius, some more Savannah. I think I want to get the ground done. And then we can start adding in some more vertical elements, I guess I'm sort of calling them. Because, I mean, once the ground's done, it's mostly what's around and in the air and stuff. Yeah. I think iteration 1 of our arena is sort of complete. Yeah. I went really kind of basic. I didn't want anything too crazy. You could see there's a lot of obstacles, but not really too many. A lot of it's pretty easy stuff. It just makes it a little bit so that you could kind of have something between you if you wanted to sort of run around something to try and hide or, you know, avoid an attack. There's a lot of blocks you can jump on, jump off, that sort of thing. We've got a couple sort of fences and ladders in different places, which can kind of just add a little bit of that movement stuff. I kind of decided halfway through sort of decorating it to kind of keep it really basic, because I'm not sure exactly... I've never really done PvP in this game, so I'm not sure exactly how it plays out, so I didn't want to add a bunch of stuff and then be like, oh, that's terrible for this. So we've got some really basic stuff. You can see we've kind of got two sides. I added the LEDs, which I actually think makes it a lot easier, although it's kind of funny on the walls because this kind of goes down a little bit, how different they look. I do want to do some decorating and make sort of each of these sides sort of themed around the team. I think that could be really fun and kind of cool. We'll do that another time, though. I'm basically out of time to record today. I know this is a little bit of a shorter video. I didn't really do as many progress updates as I sort of planned to, just because it was pretty nondescript. A lot of sort of running back and forth to collect more materials and, you know, just sort of placing blocks. And then you sort of step back and you're like, oh, I did kind of a lot, but also... It's sort of funny in like a build like this, because you could do a lot, you know, you could spend 45 minutes doing something and you sort of step back, it's like, it doesn't even really look like that much, you know. There's this is like 300 of these sandcastle blocks, probably 400 Detrius or whatever that stuff's called, 400 Savannah grass. So to just collect that and then put it down here, you know, replace the sand with it, just takes quite a bit of time. I went really basic though, you know, some leaves here and there, 3 trees aside, some ladders, some fences. I really just want to keep it really simple, as I just sort of mentioned. I think I'm going to go on the Discord. I think I'm going to aim for maybe Saturday. I'll try and do a stream where we test this out. I'll if you're in the Discord and you're on the server, I'll definitely link it there sometime that I kind of want to get people in here to try out this this area. But I really like it. There's a few more tweaks and things I want to get done. I'm actually kind of hoping to figure out some sort of timer for this area, so that, you know, well, I guess no, it's PvP. We don't need a timer at all. But yeah, some sort of exit. Right now, you'd sort of have to like fly out of here or something. I was sort of thinking maybe putting a door somewhere like on that side where there's, you know, some healing water, that sort of stuff to sort of help people when they're finished playing the game. But anyway, I really like this. I think I'm really happy with it. The only thing that kind of bugs me is I put in the wildwood flowers and they have a little bit of light, which if you're playing at nighttime might matter. But you can see there's a lot of mobs on the field, which I really like. Even just walking around getting hit by them, I thought was kind of fun. It added a little bit of a different thing, you know, a little bit different. I also didn't realize the smooth sandstone we were using doesn't spawn stuff, but I guess the sandcastle walls does, because there's a few mobs here that I don't think spawn on either Savannah or Maybe they do, and I'm just dumb. Maybe that's it. Either way, I'm really happy with this. Let me know what you guys think down in those comments below. If there's, if I should add more on either side, if you think it's too much. I think it's good. I think it's going to be, you know, we'll play on it a little bit, maybe tweak it. But I'm actually really happy with this. And yeah, so if you're in the Discord, keep an eye out. If you wanted to give this a try, we'll probably maybe do it on stream, maybe on video. We'll get in a Discord call. It'll be fun. Try out some of the mechanics of this. But either way, let me know what you guys think of those comments down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more. All that jazz. I should use these LEDs more. I always forget how sort of pretty they are. I really like the colors you can get from all the LED stuff. Maybe. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next one. Ciao!